Hello and welcome to Before We Break Up Again. I'm Alfie Brown, and beside me is my co-host, Jessie Cave. This week we speak about the national documentary Mistaken for Strangers from 2010. We can never be accused of not being right on the beat of pop culture. But we use it as a way. We watched it last night, so we used it as a way to talk about our own lives and parenting and sibling hood and parental love. And it makes for quite a good conversation, I think. Our Patreon is only £4 a month or more if you like to pay more, have more money, or are a heavily salaried human being. My special is on YouTube right now, on my YouTube channel. Go and like and subscribe and share and comment and share and do all the algorithmically supportive things that you can do if indeed you like me enough to do those things. Enjoy the episode. Jessie, do you have anything that you'd like to add to the intro?
No, I'm just sorry again.
Okay, great. This is Before We Break Up Again. Welcome back to another episode of Before We Break Up Again, the podcast that puts the up in breakup. Today, I'm joined by Jessie Cave from the Cave Brown household. She is a mother of four and something of a doodler. What's occupying your mind today, Jessica?
No, what's occupying your mind today? Let's focus on you.
Let's focus on me for once.
Yeah.
Well, today I am just trying to get everything that we need to get done. Trying to move through life's many challenges with a smile on my face. There's dogs to be walked. There's children to be fed. There's a little Christmas party. And we've been reprimanded by the school for not bringing in a cake and a packet of crisps and a drink for the party. And I think that's absolutely absurd.
A plate. We didn't bring in a plate, and we didn't really understand as Southerners what a plate was.
Well, is that a bit of northern vernacular that we weren't across, or is that?
I think it is.
But we don't know though, do we?
No, but everyone in the WhatsApp was saying, what's going to be, what plate are you bringing in for Thomas?
Do you bring in a plate as well? Or is it just things that would fill a plate?
It's things that would fill a plate. But they say a plate.
I think what we should have done is given him a display plate, like the kind of like that your mum would have on the wall. Not your mum, but my mum.
We did actually have a plate on the wall.
Did you?
Yeah.
A commemorative plate.
It looked so out of place in our shitty little kitchen.
For the Royal Jubilee or something?
No, it just was like...
In your kitchen with no cupboard doors?
My mum just didn't believe in cupboard doors.
Yeah, all they're doing is getting in the way. I actually am a big believer in cupboard doors since my poor boy, the dog, ate a lot of flapjacks a minute ago.
How many did he eat?
I don't know. There's no way of knowing. I don't know how many.
Was the door open?
Mm.
Oh, that's Becca's fault. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And cheese twists. It's a great... I'd love that as a snack for me.
He does like the carbs, Pinter.
Yes.
He likes
should
brioche.
know. If I ever take him to Marbs, I'll be very strict with him on that. But have you ever been to Marbella?
Nope. No? I've been to very few places and I have no desire to travel. So I won't be going there.
I'm going to put a little comedy sting in there for you. She's Jessie. It's Jessie. She's full of fun today.
I know.
And so is there anywhere that you particularly like to travel to?
I'd like to go to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Because Jason Momoa's from there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love him.
I'd like to go to Cincinnati.
Why?
Because Jennifer Lawrence is from there.
Is she?
I don't know.
We watched that documentary last night where Cincinnati was featured a lot, wasn't it?
We watched, I don't know if anybody is familiar with the band The National or indeed the town Cincinnati or the documentary Mistaken for Strangers by the lead singer of The National brother, Tom Berninger, the lead singer of The National. It's called Matt Berninger. And Berninger?
Berninger, yeah. I think. Berningler?
There's definitely, I don't think there's an L.
Berlinger.
I made a mistake, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
And it's I'm just going to do something for everybody at home.
You just shot me out of the frame.
Yeah, I just didn't want you in the shot anymore. And you're always slightly more central than I am, and it's a little grievance of mine, slightly off center.
It was a really amazing documentary. It was exactly up my street. The whole thing. I giggled so much.
You did giggle.
It's my favorite type of thing.
It's so nice to hear you giggle. It was exactly the sort of thing that we should be making.
Exactly. And it's also very achievable because it was like, he wasn't probably even using that great a sound kit.
He wasn't
at
all.
Filming himself a lot.
It was a video camera. It was like an old camcorder, like what you'd use to film your kids doing their carol concert in the early 90s.
The scene where he brings, oh my God, Matt? He brings Matt in to look at all of his planning and the post-its on the wall was so, I could completely relate to him there. When you're excited because you know you've got an idea and then you want to show people before you're ready to show people. And then you suddenly have the person there for you to tell your idea to, and you lose all confidence. And suddenly you think, actually, yeah, I don't have a system. I have very little idea of what's going on. And now I'm too embarrassed to say, okay, yeah, it's a mess. And what was so lovely, I think what I liked most about it is the sibling dynamic of the older one who has got his shit together, is very successful, but yet chooses to bring his little brother, 9 years younger, on tour with them and to try and be like a tour roadie assistant, even though he knows that the brother is a bit of a liability, and seeing how even though he's the lead singer of the band, he's got power. He
also keeps on referring to his little brother, Tom, as having the allergy, which means that he can't handle his drink. He doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't know an appropriate pace to travel at.
It's a good way of putting it, actually.
The brilliant comedian in Australia who doesn't drink, called Mickey D, and he always says a very brilliant thing. If anybody offers him a drink, he goes, "Oh no, thank you, mate. I've had all my drinks for this lifetime."
Yeah, that's good.
Really good.
I should start saying I'm allergic.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that the slightly lost, troubled younger brother who lives at home with the parents, and I identified with both of them in different ways.
Same.
I identified with the feeling of being lost and the depression that comes with that. And I think when you're like that, there's a feeling that, well, when you're not successful or not as successful as you'd like to be, the idea of being successful feels like an impossibility. And the impossibility is stultifying because it feels like, well, why would I aspire and try and move toward and expend effort trying to travel towards an impossible destination? So, and that's where the feeling of depression and stillness and having given up comes from. And you can see him in real time try and wage war against his own lethargy.
But that's also in direct comparison to his successful older brother. You feel probably the whole thing is more futile when you see your sibling thrive.
Yeah, because it's like, what are the chances that both of us thrive?
Yeah. And I completely get that. And I also found it really interesting that they didn't edit out Tom's frustration with Matt. Like, he never was overly praising his brother and being like, and even in that radio interview at the beginning of the documentary where Matt is asked if he's got a brother, if his brother likes his music, and Matt says, don't think our music is his thing. It's interesting that Tom a few times is caught being like, oh, he thinks he's so great when he is objectively great. He's on stage being brilliant.
Yeah.
I found that so amazing. And I really relate to this is so awful to admit, but even if I love my siblings, but I want to be the best.
Yeah.
Like I want to be the most successful. I want to be the richest. I want to be the happiest. I want to be I'm nowhere near. But if my siblings did incredibly, and I mean, like they are actually like my older brother, he's an A&E doctor. He's incredibly high up in his profession. He's jumped out of helicopters, blah, blah, blah. He is objectively the best.
And jumped out of them. You mustn't.
To save people or whatever. Yeah. Like he has got
out of the helicopter.
He has saved lives, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am proud of him and stuff. My little sister who's, whatever, it's really hard to admit, but I don't know if that's just because I'm evil.
I don't think it is. I think it's actually a very common feeling. In fact, do you remember when we were in Pizza Express, Edinburgh, circa 2000 and something? And there was a chance that both of us could get nominated for the main award in Edinburgh. And I said to you, if you could pick who got nominated, me or you, who would you pick? And you went, me, obviously.
Me, myself.
Yeah. You said that you would prefer that you got nominated rather than me. And I went, yeah.
Who would you pick?
Me, obviously. Yeah. I would pick myself.
Yeah.
So even though I love you and I want you to do well, and if I could pick for, I think, but actually, weirdly at the time, I think I thought that you should want it to be me.
Because I had more opportunities.
Because you're just doing better. Like it would, for the amount that it would move the needle on how your career was doing, not that much, but it would have been absolutely enormous for me.
No, totally.
Whereas now, if we were both doing shows next Edinburgh, I would prefer it. If we were both in contention, I would prefer for it to be you. Because whilst I don't think it would move the needle for you in the career, well, no, actually I do. But
you
also,
put a needle back on.
What it would do for you emotionally is absolutely extraordinary.
Yeah.
And so I whereas for me, I think it'd be great, but not totally asked.
Yeah. We're in very different positions now. Things have massively changed. There's something.
That's not me saying that I'm now the one in the ascendancy.
No, I know.
It's just, I just think in terms of what it would do for us, it's not the same thing that what it would have done for me then is a career sort of shift or upgrade. Whereas for you now, it would be a psychological upgrade, as well as obviously all the benefits that come with.
Yeah, it would almost be like a reincarnation. You've got so used to the lack of external validation that you are almost fearless and untouchable because you have effectively been in prison and now you're set. You're like, okay, these are my four walls. This is what I'm going to make the most of. This is how I'm going to proceed. I don't need anybody else because you've been starved of that. You've become stronger.
I also think that I've never, ever been as confident in my own abilities as a stand-up comedian, weirdly.
Than now.
Because there's no point in being self-effacing.
Yeah, but again, you have that. Yeah, you can't be burnt alive again, really. I mean, No, you can't. Can't be cancelled
burn
twice.
charcoal.
Can't burn charcoal.
Can you?
But I don't know. You can be cancelled again. You could be cancelled again.
Yeah. But what could they? What can you take now?
Well, I think they could still take some stuff.
Yeah, but what only? Yeah, if I sexually assaulted somebody, but I haven't, and I won't touch wood. Very important.
That's the thing that really annoys me about cancellation is that the word puts everybody who's been, associated that word in the same category.
Well, I do address that.
I know you do. But a crime. Get people watch his special. The other last thing I'll say about the documentary, which I really loved, is the interview with the mother. So she's being interviewed about the unsuccessful son is interviewing his mother after being fired from the more successful brother's tour, and is saying, what was the main difference between me and my more successful brother growing up? And the mum is unable to say anything negative about either because she so loves them both that she's like, no, but you look at your drawing on the wall there. It's amazing. And there's Matt, and that's different. And like, it's just so interesting because I know our kids are going to have completely different lives, and they are skilled in completely different ways. And some are going to be more successful and happy than the others. And it's hard.
That's fucked up.
It's really hard as a mother to, like, I think my mum really struggles with that in lots of ways.
It might be hard as a father as well. You never know.
No, just as a mother.
Yeah, mothers.
Mothers in particular,
Yeah, mothers
do more.
Yeah.
Mothers feel more. Mothers love more.
Mothers are better people. I just think I just love mothers. It's the hardest job in the world,
Yeah, that's what my GP said to me the other day.
Yeah.
So I said, it was so embarrassing. I went in there. She was like, so what do you do? And I panicked. And I was like, I'm a mother, just a mum. So, well, it's not just a mum. It's the hardest job of them all. I should know. I've got 4. It's like, you got 4? She's like, yeah, I've got 4. Gave them away as soon as I had them. Didn't give them away. Put them into childcare as soon as she had them. No, it's much harder to be at home. I prefer being here. I get here at 7:30 every morning. What are you looking at?
You got a crumb. Can I get your crumb?
Fuck off. A crumb.
Oh.
You're not listening to me. You're zoning out when I speak and just waiting to speak, aren't you?
No.
Bad podcasting.
I'm not zoning out. I just caught a crumb on your chin and thought you would prefer it if for the majority of the podcast you had a clean chin, not a crumbed chin.
I don't think the camera would pick up a crumb, would it?
I don't know. You're very, very, you might pick up a crumb on your chin, and that way, there's a crumb on my chin. And then I might have to, re-record the podcast because of crumb chin gate. But anyway, you went to the GP and you said that you were just a mother.
No,
and she said
boring.
she's not just a mother.
It's boring.
It wasn't just,
Let's
it wasn't boring.
on.
It wasn't boring. I was engaged. I'm just going to recite everything that you said to prove to you that I was listening and engaged deeply.
Doesn't just because you listened didn't mean you're engaged. Okay.
That's fair, actually. That's a good point. It's a good point that I can't refute as immediately as I'd like to.
I felt very inferior because she's a doctor and has 4 kids. And I was saying, I'm just a mum and I have 4 kids. And she was saying, my job is harder. And I was like, don't think that's true. You're at the GP surgery every morning and helping people feel like you're diagnosing health conditions. And
yeah, but it's easy to be a GP now, isn't it?
It's not.
It is. All you do is just go clickety-clack on ChatGPT. There you go. You got fucking shin splints. See you tomorrow or next time.
I think it is.
No, I'm being facetious for comedic effect. But never mind that, eh?
Yeah. I just really liked that interview with the mum, and I thought your love is equal. I mean, our kids are in a phase of saying who's our favourite at the moment all the time.
They try to guess our favourites.
And I do have favourites.
To be fair, they get it right.
No, I do have a different favourite every day.
It's not really having a favourite.
But I also know that, I feel softer and I'm apologetic in a way about my attitude towards my mum because I know that daily my favourite shifts depending on their needs and their happiness and their ability. Like my softness towards our youngest is more because he's so little. And like, I have this fear that he's going to be this tiny, tiny little man. And I think, okay, I'm babyfying him.
That'll help.
No, I know, but like I know he's younger, so he needs me more. And then some days when our oldest is kind of thriving, I'm like, okay, I need to put more attention into this one because he's quieter, or like it just changes all the time. And I used to get really angry at my mum for putting more attention on Ben. And now I realize, but he needed more attention.
Well, you love each child differently, don't you? And the way in which your love manifests itself is different depending on the child but it's so hard to work out where these fucking personalities come from. Like, why are you like that? It can't all be nurture. There must be some synaptic order that occurs inside your brain that makes you a certain way. Like, I find it so bizarre. I was staring at our third child yesterday and thinking, why? And not in a critical way, but he was just demonstrating such a unique way of being that doesn't occur in the other three kids. And I think, well, where's the fuck's that come from? And then that behavior informs how he's treated by us. And again, it feeds itself, that it's self-fulfilling. We were speaking recently about how different you are with our daughter.
I'm much harder on her because I see me.
And you're much harder on you than you are anyone.
Yeah. And also, I mean, not to bring up weight too much again, but like, I think being a bigger girl growing up, even though, it's so, oh my gosh, it's so, I was just always bigger, but not, I wasn't fat. I was just bigger. And that now I realize is just my bones. I am a big boned person.
It's often ridiculed, the self-diagnosis of big boniness. But Jessie really does. If you've watched the podcast or seen many episodes, you will know that she has very, very dense bones.
Like I'm a broad, big boned, shortish woman.
You got the rib cage of a buffalo.
So when Margot now sits on me, I'm like, fucking hell. Like she's so much heavier than she looks.
Than her older brother.
Yeah, she's so much heavier than Johnny, but she's also so much heavier than she looks. And it's made me feel like, oh, that's nothing that she's doing. That's just her build. And that's what I was like. And yet I was told I was fat. Like I was just, you know,
By who?
I don't know who. I just remember that being the thing. Like I was fat.
Do you think maybe that it was occurring inside your own head?
Definitely. But also I was...
Because I've seen photos of you and you weren't.
No, I was always like that whenever with tennis, they were always like, oh, she's strong. She's strong. But she's got a strong look. Anyway, no, it just made me feel softer towards that, being like, there's nothing that she can do about that. She's just she's going to be a heavy girl. Like that's what we are. But I think I'm harder on her because I so don't want her to be like me. And she is in lots of ways already. And I just so don't want her to be like me. And whereas Donnie, like the thing that you say it's in it, I feel like humor, like Donnie's humor is yours. It's just inherited his sense of humor. It's incredible. Find that amazing.
Yes. I think with, I mean, that surely is learned. You learn humor and you see humor, you learn the way it operates and what other people are doing to make people laugh. And I think it's like language. You learn from what's around you, what works, and the way in which, like in with regards to language, how sounds are formed and what they mean.
Yeah.
And with humor, it's you learn what makes everybody laugh and you ape it, therefore recreating that humor in your own behavior patterns or way that you communicate.
He's learned to deflect like you do. So whenever it's tense, he's very quick to make a joke about how tense it is, like you. It's really interesting. And I feel guilty because it's me causing that stress and him feeling like he needs to make light of it. I feel bad. Yeah,
but he has learned, he's seen my diffusion tactics.
Yeah.
How to disassemble an atomic bomb.
What I do worry about though is because I think he is emotionally intelligent. Like I think that he's sad at the moment and he's not expressing that because he doesn't want to upset me. And so I'm having to say to him, oh, I know you're sad. Like I can see it. You can say something. And then he feels like he can say, yeah, I'm finding this really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel bad that he doesn't feel like he can say that without me prodding him, which I guess is a failure. But he's like you. He kind of keeps it to himself until I crack it open out of you.
Mm. Yes, I'd prefer to go uninterrogated.
Yeah, but to what end? Like, what's the point of that? Because it's not going to get resolved then.
Because I want to make sure I know how I feel about something before I start communicating about it.
You don't want to work it out with me?
No, I don't think that. I don't find that helpful.
Whereas I work it out. Yeah, I work it out.
Yeah, quite a lot.
We just need a personal mentor here all the time to be like, right, you do this now. You do this now.
A life coach.
Yeah, we just need someone chivvying us along the whole time.
Yeah, a life coach.
Yeah, I wonder if they come on the NHS.
No. Actually, I think you can get it on the NHS, but I don't think you qualify.
I think I qualify for a lot that I'm not taking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really believe that, actually. I do. I worry as well about, because Donnie is so like me, I worry that I am harder on him than I am perhaps the others, because it's like that bit in As Good As It Gets where Jack Nicholson picks up Vidal. Jack Nicholson, who's has an obsessive compulsive disorder, Melvin Udall, and he picks up the dog who is walking over the cracks in the pavement in that obsessive compulsive way, and he's learned it from Melvin. And Melvin picks him up and says, "Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Whatever you do, you don't want to be like me."
Aww.
And it's the first time you see him show, display or acknowledge the fact that he is imperfect and he doesn't like the way he is. All you've seen from him is bravado, but it takes this dog being like him. But he's very sweet with the dog in a way that I'm possibly not sweet with Johnny.
You are sweet with Johnny. Possibly
not sweet with Margot in moments when you're worried that you go harder on them than you are other people. I know that obviously we're sweet with them a lot of the time, and these are just when you're telling them off.
Yeah. I make sure that if I'm harsh on her...
That was just our 3-year-old travelling independently to the snack cupboard.
I make sure that I think he just did a wee. He has to get back in time for the Bluey theme tune. That's actually one of my favourite videos of all time I've got on my phone of Donnie. For some reason, I was filming Margot dancing or something, but there was something on the TV which had a theme tune. And I saw Donnie sprinting to the toilet, holding himself to stop him like wetting himself, and then sprinting back to make it in time for the start of the show. Can
you remember what the show was? Was it Max and Ruby?
No, it was
Max
like
Max and Ruby.
It was probably a Power Rangers phase. I make sure I'm very tactile with Margot, even if I've just been hard on her. Like I hold her, like for some reason she holds my hand the whole school, like on the drive to school, she holds my hand the whole time.
Does she?
Yeah, we hold hands the whole way. So I make sure that I'm giving her, like I'm showing her that I am, like I adore her, even if I'm being like, no, you have to do this and you have to do this. Whereas right now, Donnie is like really needing like long talks in a way that Margot's not. Margot's a little bit simpler in lots of ways. So maybe she's more like you in certain ways than we think. I don't know. Because you're famously more simple than me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we
recommend that documentary.
I loved it so much because it was so offbeat, and he was like, they obviously didn't know what to do with him because he was so bizarre.
It's so awkward and funny. It's really, really brilliant. We recommend it. Also, Matt and Tom both come from a nice middle-class background in Cincinnati. And I think it's bizarre in America how much more forgiving people are of the middle class background as a phenomenon. Like middle class is something to be proud of. Like I'm a member of the middle class. That's the rich tapestry of of society. The heartland of America is its middle class. It's like an aspirational thing. Whereas here it's like, well, you had a middle class upbringing, so you don't know anything about anything. Like,
all the houses seem so much bigger in America.
You don't know what it is to really be alive. Well, there's more space.
Yeah, they all have.
It's like the houses are bigger up here.
Yeah.
But they're not, but this is more affordable. Like a big house in Cincinnati is not, they're not going to be millionaires. But I like that. And he was the star of the football team and he had
Baseball?
a nice... Sorry?
Baseball.
They all thought they said he was the star quarterback. Anyway, listener, you watch it and you tell us.
Mistaken for Strangers, it's called.
Yeah.
And it's 15 years old.
It's 15 years old, so keep on.
I think on this podcast,
keep on listening to this podcast because in 2040 we're going to do a review of the new Leo DiCaprio film.
Yeah. I think we've recommended one book and one film in however many episodes. I don't really enjoy it when people give recommendations.
Well, I'm glad we spent 30 minutes doing that.
No, we're just talking, we talked about our own lives within that. I thought we wove that quite well.
It was good podcasting.
But when people do, right, this is what you should be listening to this week. This is what you should be reading. This is where you should be going. I tap out. I don't want to know. I go to my places, thank you.
Was it in this podcast that you spoke about going to Hawaii?
No, that was in the one that we just deleted.
Oh, right.
Never for air. No, I think maybe that was at the top of this.
I can't remember.
Anyway, I need to get my OnlyFans numbers back up if we're ever going to go to Hawaii. Okay. Hawaii.
So what are you going to do? Nipples?
I think I'm going to have to start talking more, which I've refrained from. But I don't want to. I feel very lost about it. And the awful thing is, I've got addicted to making that money. And now that I might not, it's quite scary.
Why don't you start mooning them?
Well, the thing is, I do want to, maybe I should look at Kate Nash's because, she did just bums.
Only bums. She
bums for buses.
Bums for buses.
To pay for her tour buses.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm past the point of I'd be fine with getting my bum out.
Yeah.
Not my whole bum.
You could do tits for toddlers.
What? Oh my God. No, you couldn't do that. You fucking crazy.
It doesn't sound great. No. Actually, now that I've said it out loud, it doesn't.
Awful.
But
cut that.
But Kate Nash isn't. She isn't providing pictures of her bum for buses to look at, is she?
No, she's.
So following on logically for that, tits for toddlers is it's bums to provide money to get buses. So tits to provide money to feed toddlers. That's obviously what I was getting.
I know, but they wouldn't let that happen. It's for tour buses for Kate Nash.
I understand
she doesn't
what
love
it was.
Buses, yeah.
I understand.
I've had a couple of near fuck ups with doing content because usually I mute all of it unless I've done a specific hair brushing sound video.
Did you accidentally upload our sex tape?
No, we haven't done a sex tape. You don't let us do a sex. I'd be up for a sex tape. You never let me film it. The only thing that we ever filmed, you made me delete, and I'm so upset about it because it was really good. I've got one still from it, and that's it.
Yes, there we were.
You were not happy about that. I don't know why.
We were high in the outskirts of Lyon in France.
You were high. I wasn't.
You were high.
I was not. Anyway,
Jessie,
let me just finish my anecdote.
I will let you finish your anecdote as soon as you concede to the truth of your own cannabis-induced inebriation.
Allegedly.
You were there. It's
allegedly,
not alleged.
I don't want to fucking say anything. You can incriminate yourself. I'm not.
It's legal to consume.
It's not legal.
It's legal to consume. It's just not legal to sell.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely not selling. Yet.
Maybe that's how we earn some money.
I've had a couple of near fuck ups by shut the fuck up, Alfie.
I was just laughing through my nose.
Focus.
Okay, subscribe to the top tier of our Patreon and get 5 grams of Gelato.
Shh. Okay. Shut up. Okay.
We love each other, don't we?
Just stop. You aren't letting me finish a train of thought. You're being very annoying today. I'm really unattracted to you today. I'm just telling you that.
That's not true.
I did think I like how you look. I don't like your personality.
When you knocked on the door after your driving lesson, and I answered the door with my cock out as for fun, and you were very excited by it.
Yeah, the driving instructor loved it too.
I'm sure he did. He's a lucky spud. Not everybody gets that he didn't see.
No, he's
allegedly he didn't see.
He had driven off by then. Yeah. Near fuck ups on OnlyFans where I have done a video or a video and I've forgotten to mute it. So say they've been in the bath next door.
No.
Our toddlers have been in the bath next door. I guess 10's not a toddler anymore. And they've been like saying, I'm the wolf. No, you're the wolf. I'm the ninja. I've got this, like all of this sound as I'm like this, like waving my hair about and trying to look sexy in the mirror in the other room. And then I've closely uploaded the video and forgotten to mute it. And then it's really bad. Obviously, that I didn't ever post it and I corrected that. But it's hard to have a silent house when you've got 4 kids. So that's the other thing I think that's why my numbers have gone down, is because the sound is very important. And I have to mute all my videos because there's like, I'm the ninja in the background of all of my, Mommy, I need a poo, as I'm just doing my attempted sexy material.
What age do we stop being informed about poos?
Probably got 3 more years left.
Ooh, God almighty. 3 years?
Yeah. And
Till 6?
It's quite a steep, gone straight from me trying to talk about something sexy to you talking about shit again. Always bring it back to shit, don't you?
Can you remember why?
Because you love shit.
No, because you said, Mummy, I need a poo.
I know.
So I was actually and it was actually one of the last things you said. Mm. So I'm
so sorry, sir.
Following on from that.
Forgive me. Anyway, it's not going great.
Can you stop biting your nails on the microphone, please?
No, I'm very anxious and stressed.
I know.
You've made me stressed.
Sure.
You have stressed me out.
How have what could I do to stress you in?
I could
stress you back in. Let's get all that stress.
What could you do?
Push it back in.
You could say, okay, you go out for the day and come back at 6. That's what you could do.
I've tried to say that to you so many times and you go, I don't want to go out.
When have you ever said in a day, not night? I agree that you have encouraged me to go out and, socialize occasionally. You have never said, go out for the day and do something for yourself. Ever. Unless I'm like suicidal. And that's even then you didn't say anything about going out and doing something for myself.
Well, yeah, I'm suicidal. Oh yeah, well, why don't you go out for a bit by yourself then? There's some lovely bridges in town. Are you fucking mad?
Some good bridges around here.
Yeah, there are some good bridges around here. So I'm not letting you out of the house. You just, Jesus, just hang out, see what happens. You might feel better. I have said, why don't you go? I've not said go out for the day and come back at 6. But I have said go out. You're being quite specific. You've never said to me, why don't you eat a bowl of cornflakes with semi-skimmed, what? Yeah, but you've said eat something. I've said go out.
I don't think so. I don't agree.
No, but I have.
No.
And whenever I say I have said that to you, you say, when have you said that? As if I'm going to go the 13th of March, 2017. Who remembers when? I just did. I have.
Okay. Well, that would make me feel better if you said something like that. I feel like I just need to be alone.
Well, I'm sorry. We all feel like we need to be alone. I feel like I need to be alone.
But you are alone a lot in here. Shut the door.
That's not alone. There's the foundations of the building rattle with the chaos of the infants. It's absolutely you're never alone in here, even if you are alone. And very often there's somebody playing piano in here or doing their extracurricular activities. There's always something going on. And it's very, very hard to truly be alone. And there is just work that needs to be done. And I need to be in here alone some of the time.
I know.
Because I edit the podcast and I do the clips a lot of the time.
Okay, stop. It's boring now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you can't say...
I just need to, I think that I'll be alone tomorrow. That'll make me feel better. I'll write a Substack on the train. That'll make me feel better. Substacks always make me feel better.
Well, then write a Substack every day.
That was a joke, but they kind of does.
Yeah, it does, because it's like journaling, but with I
think even my journaling's got a bit too much, though. I think I've got back into a bad way with it.
What? Because you're just writing, there was a bus. We had a avocado. Alfie cooked. Bath time was mad. Yeah,
it's less beautiful. It's more just an inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to try, but I don't know why. When I'm particularly unhinged, I do feel the need to document everything.
Yeah, and the way in which you used to document things as a younger person, and the getting back into of that habit. I mean, you have used the way in which you used to keep a diary. You've cited it as a symptom of your self-diagnosed autism.
I didn't. No, I didn't. You did.
What?
You diagnosed me.
No, I didn't diagnose you. You have said that you think, and maybe it was me who said that sounds like that fits with your self-diagnosis.
Yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
I'm quite careful to not diagnose people with autism.
I think, yeah, I mean,
I think it's a bit of an overused social diagnosis nowadays.
Yeah, and I without wanting to be too mean, I do find it quite annoying when people say, "Oh, she's just at the age of 35 been diagnosed with autism." Like, well, yeah, good, What was that going to do? Who gives a shit? How's it?
Yeah. I do. I know, but as somebody like I've been encouraging my little brother to chase a diagnosis.
But why?
Well, exactly. That's what I was sort of going on to.
You can't have an antidepressant for, you can't, there's not like a drug you can take to.
I think maybe knowing it's there helps you deal with it and helps you rationalize it and helps you understand yourself and your differences a little bit more, which might make the social process slightly easier. You don't feel so alone, perhaps, because there is a name that you can give your difference, your point of difference, your divergence.
But I already have that, and I'm actually quite. I mean, the party I went to on Saturday, I said hello, and I said, "This is too loud for me. I will be going soon." Like, I'm quite open with it now.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you were also.
What?
No. Yeah. Fine. Fair enough.
Yeah, I am. I think I think everyone just knows that I'm like that now. I also, I'm well aware of my differences.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm going to be, oh yeah, I am like that. I know.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's nothing really to be done. I'm just listening to you and thinking about the next appropriate thing to say.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're stepping on eggshells?
No, I'm not stepping on eggshells, but I might be stepping on like ostrich shells.
Okay.
Like a slightly tougher shell. I don't feel like they're not, not a chicken egg shell.
Okay.
But like a thicker, harder, more robust shell.
So how do you feel after, how many days has it been now? 4 days, 4.5 days since your comedy special about your cancellation came out on Sunday? How do you feel?
Good, grateful and pleased. But also, if I'm going to speak honestly, there is a sense, the releasing of things onto the World Wide Web doesn't come naturally. I mean, to anybody, it's unnatural. But to me, especially, there is something very organic about the feeling of being on stage and communicating with a group of people. It's an ancient thing. And I feel like there's feedback in the room, and you can, if it's not going well, move the tone, content, energy to suit whoever's in the room. Once it goes out there on the internet, it's just fucking there. and there's nothing you can do to maneuver the way it is.
But people will be able to see how it was received in the room.
Absolutely. But they're not, they weren't in the room.
Yeah.
Most of them. So they will, and I mean, that's fine. You can't be constantly changing and shifting who you are and what you're doing to suit a room. But there is something odd about not being able to measure it in the moment. And I seem to have inoculated myself from an early age against hope, but I don't want to sound that bleak. Like whenever I went up for an audition as a man in my young 20s, or that I really wanted, I would, or I think when I got my agent at the age of 20, and it was the same agent as Simon Amstel, and we were all very excited, my family and my friends, and it was like I was already a T4 presenter. That's how I felt. I felt like, well, the route to success is now set in stone. And if you are with this agent, you get on TV. That is what happens. That is the natural order of things. And it never did happen. And I think the lesson I learned there was don't ever allow yourself to assume that things will be. So like when I was nominated for the award and the judges were coming in every day, I didn't acknowledge it. I didn't allow or entertain the possibility of it becoming a reality because of that experience as a 20-year-old. So like when the views are going brilliantly, I am always just full of the idea, well, they will slow down and that will feel bad.
Yeah.
And the views have to be an astonishing number for when they slow down for it not to feel bad, I imagine. So I'm of course grateful, and I just am aware that whatever difference this makes to me in the long run.
Grateful for what though?
People being nice to me.
Yeah. So grateful people watching and saying nice things. Grateful
that people watch, people take the time to watch and they take the time to message. I'm not grateful for people like that. I have no control over that. That's just, it's good. So you like it, or you don't think it is. So it's not. Like, I'm grateful that people take the time to message and let me know that it moved them or made them laugh or whatever effect it had on them. I'm grateful for that, because then people don't have to do that. And it's a nice thing to do. And
it's a long show as well. It's like an hour and a half. So
I'm grateful that people in this
have put time in to watch you.
Competitive attention economy, that people put the time into watching a 90-minute special, which is a bit of imposition to make on people's time and life.
Yeah. And I guess so many people as well have said stuff like, "Oh, I didn't even know he was cancelled." And
few people, yeah.
Well, I've had quite a few people say that, which is interesting because it's been such a huge ordeal for us.
Yeah.
But we weren't very open about it for a long time.
Well, I mean, it just felt like what I had to say about it, I wanted to say through the medium in which I feel my communication is at its best.
Yeah.
So
you played the long game.
And now it's out, and I'm really glad it's out. But the living or dying of my career was not contingent upon, how many views it got in the first few days. And I convinced myself of the fact and believed that if it didn't go particularly well, that wasn't the end of everything.
No, of course not.
So the opposite also is true, as if it has gone well, and that's not all my problems solved.
No, it's about now the next thing. It's almost like you had to have this out so that you can go forwards.
Exactly.
You have been in kind of purgatory now for a couple of years.
And where am I now?
You're not in heaven.
No,
but you're
not in hell.
You're not in hell.
So still in purgatory.
Yeah.
Oh well. What a way to find out.
The good bit. We're going to be in purgatory till we die.
Oh dear. That's
Yeah. So now it's about, right, what's next? How can you put yourself out there more, do more gigs, film yourself doing gigs, and be a comedian again. I think you've been, a shell of one for a few years.
That's such a beautiful way of putting it. Thank you so much. That's actually
You've
given
been
me
hiding away.
Yeah. That's a different way of saying shell of a comedian.
A shell of a comedian.
That's really given me the get up and go I needed. Stop biting your nails to re-embark upon
that was harsh on me
journey.
I mean, you haven't been yourself in a long time.
No, but it was a process of waiting. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have done it a bit sooner, but yeah.
But I'm not in control of how fast things get edited. And
No, I know. I don't know. I think you delayed giving notes and stuff. I think
I
you
did.
did.
I could have done it faster than I did.
Yeah. But you've done. I'm really, really proud of you and happy for you, and I really hope everyone watches it. But again, there's not much you can do. Like, I don't want to be one of these people who hammers things down people's throats. I think you've now promoted it. You're putting clips out, but it's, I think you don't want to do too much.
I have a suspicion we pledged that we wouldn't speak about social media again.
I don't want to speak about social media. I need to go now.
Where?
I need to go over there in the other room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on then.
No, can I go?
You can go. I'll finish the podcast by myself.
Oh, great. That'd be nice.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to be back at 6.
Okay. Well, you do pick up and take Becca with you.
I can't do pick up. I don't have a car.
You do it on foot.
No, I can't do it on foot. Anyway, go on. You can finish the podcast.
With you?
Yeah, I'll stay.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
I love you too. I'm really tired.
I know you are. You just need a little bit of sleep, don't you? Why don't you go for a nap?
Yeah, I could go for a nap. I've never, ever had a nap. Bloody hell. Imagine how different I'd be if I napped.
Yeah. God. If you start, maybe that's what we'll have to do. If we're waking up at 5, 6 hours sleep with a 1 hour nap at lunch.
1 hour? 20 minutes, a power nap. Okay. Come on, finish the podcast.
Get you one of these posters that says "No sex, we're British" or something like that. Thank you very much indeed for listening. This has been Before We Break Up Again, and tune in next time to hear all about Jessie's.
My what?
I don't know. Hoping you were going to finish that.
I don't know. I think we are going to keep doing it over Christmas, aren't we?
The podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're not having a Christmas break.
There's no Christmas break.
We don't celebrate Christmas. We were actually talking yesterday about how we wish we could have a year off Christmas.
Yeah, that would have been a really fertile ground for some fun knockabout conversation, actually.
Okay, well, let's do that next time. Stay tuned for our Christmas content.
Stay tuned next week for our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
You texting?
No, there's another fucking email from school.
Fucking hell. All right. See you next time.
Oh, sorry. I thought you'd finished.